Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose, this is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With a sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand rising, people. What's going on? Look, I know y'all probably see me. She's moving about. She's doing everything. Yes, I am, because I cannot get to a comfortable, stable setting place. Everything in the villa is all out of the sorts. Uh, they're in the unit today, working and painting and everything. And I'm in the rolling dolo solo right now. We should be in any moment now. I'm in the back, try to stay out of the people way, because a lot of stuff going on right now. Oh, wow. Allergies and stuff is at bay, but I do want to thank I feel better than I did yesterday, and I would like to contribute that to coughing up loogies yesterday. Thank you, Molly Mall, and that was the first time I had a smoothie, a Molly Mall smoothie, sea moss smoothie. He put in that a little bit of everything. I saw when I drank it on the air. I needed something to coat my stomach. I needed something because your girl was a little under the weather with all this congestion and everything, and I couldn't even talk yesterday. Everyone knows I did not have a voice yesterday, but my voice is coming back. I'm coughing up phlegm. I'm breaking it up, and I'm just so happy. So I can be ready for the 21st. We're having another great, fantastic show on the 21st, and that's going to be a full day. I can't find my glasses. If y'all wondering, where's her glasses? It's okay. It's somewhere. One of the 3 pairs is somewhere around here. Everything is all over the place. But back to what I was saying, on March the 21st, I gotta have my body all into gear, into rare form, and so I can cut up, because I got 2 shows back to back on the 21st. That's a 7:00 show and a 9:00 show. And if you don't make it to the 7, I hope you stick around for the 9. We're gonna be fine and on time. Fine like wine. I'm getting all beautified for y'all. So purging the bodies of all the impurities, and that leads me back to Molly Mall Sea smoothie. It was the sea moss smoothie. That was the first time I actually tried the smoothie, and it was good. And he put all kinds of stuff in it that he knew that I would need. I don't even know what the bladder rack does, and he put some other stuff in there, but I knew the other stuff that he put in there helped me. I was sweating, helped me cough up the impurities. I'll be break whatever up. I'm just assuming. For all I know, Molly could have put cinnamon sticks and ginger in it, would have did the same effect. But I do know that I'm breathing a little bit better today, and I do know that I have more of a voice today. Didn't eat anything yesterday but the smoothie and 4 little nuggets from Wendy's. So didn't have much of an appetite. So I know y'all like, as big as she is, she need more. I've been drinking hot tea with lemon and all of that. So I'm feeling a lot better, so I can cut up and clown with you guys. But I wanted to point out that yesterday was like 85 degrees. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yesterday was like 85 degrees. And why are they saying that they're calling for snow in the forecast for today? Explain it to me. Y'all can't tell me that somebody ain't got no machine or done typed in them satellites and somebody is manipulating the weather. I mean, before, we've seen it all through history and everything, but 85 one day and snow on the next, or the I mean, and it's 85 in February, y'all. What was the hottest record-breaking day ever? And I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize. This is no longer February. It's March. Anything can happen in March there. I digress. But still, one day 85, the next day is snowing. That's why people aren't keeping up with their body temperatures. That's why they get the ills, the icky owies and stuff. You got to keep your immune system up and also keep your body temperature regulated. Don't be going out there in 30-degree weather with no shorts on. And I seen it. I seen a man walk outside with no shirt on, some shorts, and in the snow. Yeah, that's crazy. So anyway, enough with the freaky weather. If y'all got some ins and out about what's going on with the weather and stuff, please come in and share. There's a lot that's been going on that I've been missing. So it's Tall Tale Thursday. If y'all got some news story, breaking news, something you heard about, please come in and share with us, because every time somebody says something, I'm like, I didn't hear that. I didn't see that. I'm missing everything. And when I say everything. So let's turn it over to my super producers. They know everything. And when I say everything, let's turn it over to the show to my super producer. Come on in here, Molly.
Wake up with the sun and a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Started right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the morning Mac.
What up, Riri?
What up, Molly Mo? I don't even know. I hate going live from my phone because I can't see nothing. I don't know who come in the building, who's in the studio, who's on the side.
Yeah, it might be a good
So
thing.
you said that might be a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes.
Blind Reese.
Look, blind and
Sound
energetic.
better.
I want my daddy rackets.
Yeah, your voice sound
Look,
better. You sound like you back. That dust getting out of there. They getting it out. You getting close.
almost that sea moss, that smoothie helped. That was the first thing that I put on my stomach. What is in the sea moss to make it smoothie? I mean, what's in the smoothie that make it smooth?
Come on, let's make it smoothie. What you mean?
I mean, what makes it smooth? I mean, I know it wasn't no milk in there. Was it like almond milk or something?
Nah, I don't need. It was water, spring water.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. For
agave.
some reason, I'm thinking you
Mars.
got to have milk to make smoothies.
Nah, I think it might taste even better if you had like milk or almond milk, but I don't be getting almond milk no more, soy milk or stuff. I used to, but
Mm.
it's been a while. But I do use vegan ice cream.
Oh, I had some of that one time. It
Mm,
must have been the flavor that I got, but it was not. Mm.
yeah. That's why I go inside a smoothie. You know, it's good, the vanilla flavor, but yeah, that's the only kind I get now. But when I don't like them, I just put them in the smoothie. But yeah,
Okay.
it was good.
Yeah.
It was all right.
So,
Did it taste better than Wheezy's smoothie? The one Wheezy gave you?
yes, it actually did. It
Gave you
actually,
more stuff. Cinnamon, fresh
look,
cinnamon, honey,
it,
agave, a
it,
little for the taste.
it tastes a lot better than Weezy smoothie. Unfortunately, it's bad to say that. And she using the Greek yogurt and stuff and mixed it with the fresh
Oh
fruit
no,
and all this.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. She got the right
Weezy
thing.
was making me a parfait cup. That's what because that you could chew her smooth.
Put peanut
I
butter
was
in
like,
mine. Put peanut butter. What else? Burdock roots. Shit.
burdock. I don't even know what that's for.
Yeah, don't even worry about it, then. Just know it's good for you. It's so many different
Look,
things out here that you can utilize, to help the body. It's so many, it's like 100 different things that help the gut. Some people like to throw all this random stuff in there. I just like to throw things that work on certain things. So if you're dealing with sinus or something like that, those the
yeah.
things I'm gonna throw in there that's gonna help with just that issue. I don't like to throw things in there that help for that, a headache, a stomach, and then now your body just all over it. It's like, what the hell? So it just focus on whatever it need to focus on. But I'm just happy. Yeah, you sound better. It might just be us two today so far. Trey, at
Hey,
work. Yeah, Trey at work. Who in here?
yeah, and it might. I didn't hear from who.
No, I was saying who in here. See who the first one in here as usual. Probably gonna be my boy Matt. Uh,
Amen. I ain't mad at it. I can't wait to see meet Matt in person. He come out. We like that go our boy Matt. Yay. That'll be cool. Um, what you think about this crazy weather?
I told you they got a switch. They turn on and all. They do what they want to do, man. They say they want to be hot. It's hot. I just can't wait that they just openly let us know that they can control the weather. And when we want things to go right, or if there's a certain holiday or something coming up and we want the weather a certain thing, they can do it. Let's do a vote. How many people want snow for Christmas or something? And let us vote on it and give us snow. But don't just keep giving us random weather. One day it's hot, Next day it's cold, then it's raining, then it's snowing. It's like we don't know how the fuck to dress for the weather. It's just DC probably. I don't know if they do this other places, but when I'm in DC, it seems like the weather just be everything. Like this the only place you don't know how to dress. You don't know to put on short sweats, a long sleeve, short sleeve. It's just like you just don't know.
You know, I used to think in Florida, I used to think it was weather manipulation. Let me tell you why. It's beautiful and tropical all day long, but it will be raining on one side of the street. I know you seen it, Molly. I know you was there. Like one side of the street is dry and the other side of the street is raining. Like I'm literally standing and getting wet. I walk across the street and it's dry. I mean, and
Yeah.
I used to think that there was somebody messing with the machines there in Florida. I said, how they do that on the same day? You know, I mean, how do they generalize a cloud? I think they were starting way back then. Generalize a cloud in one area that you could only rain in this one block. I
Yeah.
think they was trying to manipulate or manipulate. They've been manipulating weather for a long time. What you call that oceanic something, NOAA, all that exploration. They've been doing that with the weather for a long time. What's that other thing that I heard you say the name of it? Been
Well,
working with the weather. I heard you call the name of. I can't think of it.
there's so many. Well, I don't know what
Well,
you
it's the weather
asked.
manipulation. It's just wild. And you could use the weather as a weapon because you want people to vote a certain way. Keep giving them good weather. They're gonna vote the way you want. You want them to vote. They do something you don't, and then you hell rain on the ad. I mean, not saying that it'll be a good thing, but I mean I can see them doing that for places that need sun, especially when it comes to the crops. Could you imagine in Florida and our tropical states where they need the weather to be a certain degree to keep up the crops and stuff? They could potentially oh man, I don't want to give them nobody no ideas if they haven't thought about it. But that's
Mhm.
how you can starve people out, ruin the crops, can't feed the people, can't feed the masses. That's why it's important for us to get back to basics. We used to know how to garden. We used to know how to master build. We used to know how to do. I remember I thought my grandfather was Superman because he knew everything. He knew how to fix some of everything. He knew enough to get him where he needed to be doing. He knew to call some help. You know, like, and then we had our Uncle Shirley. He knew how to jerry rig anything. My grandmother used to call it nigger rig. Oh, I call it jerry rig, like a jerry curl, jerry rig. I don't know what you call it, but he used to know how to fix anything. Like he was a MacGyver for real. We had those real people in our families, and I just wish that they would have passed down the generations to the next generation on how to do. See, that's the stuff that we're missing. Like my grandmother's mother said that would be my great grandmother. Her name was Meta Walters. She got married and became Meta Carrington. My grandmother and the last name they Carringtons. So she knew how to. They said she knew how to stop. People came from around to see her. She was sort of like she knew everything. Midwife, a doctor, fixed things. She knew how to stop bleeding. They said she would take cobwebs. And my cousin Margie, no longer here, said she was a little girl that she was in a barn playing, fell, and something hit her and bust her in the head. She said that her grandmother was curing tobacco in the farm. That her head wouldn't stop bleeding. She grabbed cobwebs, y'all, and from the corner of the barn to stop the young lady's bleed, the little girl bleeding. And that was because cobwebs are used in coagulation. Now, scientifically speaking, who told them? How did they know that cobwebs is good for coagulate? I mean, you know, the spider webs is good for that. How did they know? See, we only know nowadays because it's the books and stuff. These was the people that was actually using it every day. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get the knowledge from them. I wish they would have passed it on to generation to generation. So I had to ask my grandma, I said, well, why didn't you get all of grandma's secret? She said that she forgot to get it. And then when she thought about it again, her mother was gone. She was deceased, meaning. And I was like, y'all had all of that good knowledge, all of that good. I mean, to me, it's just mind blowing. But y'all didn't care. It's like when you got the answers, you didn't care because it was never a problem because you already had the answers. You know what I'm saying? I was like, why didn't y'all had a cure for this, a cure for that? What happened? You
Yeah.
know, like I said, we
That's
need to get
how
back to nature.
you gotta pass the baton. A lot of
Yeah,
people, you know, I don't know if they wait for their kids to ask them stuff or their grandkids, but that's backwards. You never wait for your grandkids to ask for anything. You teach them as they growing up. You know, so about time they get older, it's installed in them to teach their kids. But what tend to happen, we don't teach our kids enough or our grandkids enough. And then about time they get old enough to start asking questions, they die off. But it's like they don't know to ask these questions. You know, you gotta experience something. It don't matter what it is. It can be just about jumping rope. You know, just like something just not gonna come up if it don't come up. But if it's something that you experience yourself, you should let your grandkids know and your kids let them know these some things you good at, these some things you should do. But you got a lot of young adults don't want to listen to their parents or their grandparents. They feel like they know it all. So that's probably was the same thing going on back then when they was trying to teach them. It was like, no, this how we do things. Well, in my school they say this. Same thing they do with our kids. They teach them different ways to get the same answer. But now y'all arguing or debating because they think they teaching no more than you. And that's what they programmed that everybody on the outside, the TV, LeBron James, the people who got money, they know more than your parents. Which that's not the case. These motherfuckers didn't go to school for real. They got passed through in high school, passed through in college, and now they professional athletes, most of them. I know most of them. They half of them not that sharp. They just good at what they do, you know. So it just be amazed how things just get forgotten, and it's most times because it didn't get passed on. But you see, if somebody got a basketball skill, Steph Curry, or he passing on to his kids, LeBron passed on his kids. If somebody knew how to sing or dance, they'd be like, "Oh, Chris Brown got a son," or they gonna want to know if she can sing. Kanye daughter, can she sing, dance, and this and that? It's the same thing. If you a cook and you granny or you grandpa, they gonna assume that your grandkids should know how to cook or your kids should know how to cook. If you're a pastor, they gonna assume your kids might be in the church. It just some things just
yeah,
don't get passed down, and then some things when you try to pass it down, the kids deny it, and then when they get older, it's too late. You know, so that's my
yeah.
thought on that. It plays a role with the adults always first, because we kids, we all come in this world as kids.
Yeah, we still are kids. I'm still learning day by each day. I was one of those little kids that loved to talk to the older people. You know, some people like, I don't like old people. I don't know, but not me. I used to go to the old people and say this. This is my favorite line. Tell me a story. Because I found it most entertaining. I used to love story time when we was kids at the library. They called it the media center back then. We all go to the media center and we sit on the floor, and the librarian would get a book and she would read us the book. She would tell us the story, or sometimes we would have people come in that already, I guess, already knew the story. It's called a storytelling time, and let us use our imagination. I was one of those kids, you know. And
Mhm.
I also noticed that I'm the type of people that I could follow instructions, but I do good follow instructions. I do well hands on. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I do good. I can follow instructions. Okay, A, B, blah, blah, blah. But I do extremely well with the hands on. When I'm seeing you do it, I do well, very well with it. And then I do it so much, then you can add your own flavor once you get down like the basics of learning and training. And I think that's what we miss with our children. I used to beg for stories. I maybe because we didn't have video games like that. We had video games, even board games and stuff, but I still found it more interesting telling stories. We was little girls, me, Ma, Nina, Pam. we would tell each other stories. I know it sounds crazy. Little kids telling each other stories. And our Aunt Nina, she was older than us, so she would be the narrator. And we would make up stuff as we go and do emphasis. That's why I lived in a part of me lived in a lot of ooh la la fairy tale, because in the story, you can write whatever you want to write. In a story, you can be whoever you want to be. All you need is a little bit of truth. You take a truth, and then you embellish around it. Some people call it lying. I call it embellish, because you're building levels to a story around it. You know, and no, that's the making of a good story. And that we used to get up and tell each other stories, and we used to use real life stuff like and then we also put stuff in there that probably would never happen, like the $1 million fell out the sky. We took the $1 million to the candy store and bought out the whole section of the candy store for our friends with the VIP robe around it. Nobody could come in but your friends, the it people could come in, crazy stuff like that. But it was still uh they call it the guru. Was it the juru? Something like it's an old word meaning storytelling.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot
think
of
I'm saying it right.
storytelling,
The
but
guru.
it wasn't like, we go to our mom or dad, like, tell us a story. Sometimes they just pop up, but story time was something big that all of us got together, the kids, my brothers, sisters, nephew, maybe about 40 of us, and we all sit around, be quiet, and we listening to my mother tell a story, and she never had a book in her hand. It was always stories I never read in a book, like the man with the golden arm. It was this man that, he had this golden arm, and these people wanted his arm because they felt like they could be rich and make money. And he didn't care about money. He just loved his golden arm that was passed down through his family. So they decided to take the arm one day, So in the midst of taking his arm, he had an accident, hit his head, and died. So they left with the arm anyway and just made it like an accident. But a week later, when that after the man's funeral, everywhere that arm was at, he kept appearing. And the only thing he'd say is, "Where's my golden arm?" So we'd just be listening to the story. Then my father just out the blue be all way in the back room somewhere, be like, "Where's my golden arm?" And my mother had this little arm look go like, "Here's good," and I still got the arm to this day. And we be like, "No, he get rid of the arm, on. He gonna come for us." And it'd be funny, but we only did this at the time when the lights was off. So we won't even notice that our electric off. We just got all the candles lit and everything, and we just thinking like, why the lights? Hey, mom, nah, we think that's how we tell story time. So story time only really came when the power was out or the electric was off. So we telling stories, and then about time a day or two, it don't be off too long, he get it back on, and we like, damn, no more. So
But
we
that was
want
a
the lights to
coping.
be out.
That was
We
a coping mechanism. You didn't even read. You didn't
yeah,
even
we
know.
ain't no
You
no. And no
that was
idea.
that was good.
We couldn't wait till the
That's
power
how you
would go out just for story time.
say. That's how they tell you turn around a situation. Some people may look at it as a bad situation. Oh, you couldn't see TV? No, I had something better than TV. Last night we had story time. That's way better than any TV. I think, because I think the stories tend to last and hold on to us
Mhm.
longer than something that we just watch on TV. Because have you ever watched a show and you can't remember what you watched, but you know you watched it? You'd be like, "Yeah, I know I watched it," but when somebody tell you a story, like you probably was hanging on every word your mother said and could repeat that story back to her, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My
Because you
brothers always know the story they tell their kids, they grandkids now, 'cause my brothers and them your age and some older. So it been passed down, hopefully it can keep getting passed down. But it was always a good story. Kids don't care for like we did. They got PlayStation and all that. So story time
but
ain't
we
really that much for them like it used to be for us.
how do we make it good for them again? How do we bring it back to where they could appreciate and enjoy what we had?
Yeah, I just think they can make it better, whatever they make it more they version. they got to put in an audio type of file or bring some visuals to it, then do it,
Mhm.
or it might not go from, story time. Most people do movie nights. They don't understand that's still like story time is just you with your kids or your family, y'all having movie night. Instead of reading a book, y'all
Yeah.
actually watching a book, So I think that's what it just transferred over to, really. Instead of story time, they got movie time. So certain movies, family, they go together and they watch certain Trinity, like Scurry movie coming out. I know families that's going to see that. Scream came out. We was on it, Scream 7.
Oh,
Watching that since we've been young,
I want to go. I want to watch it. I haven't got. Maybe that's something we could do today. It's a rainy day. Maybe
Yeah.
we could get together and go to the movies today to
Yeah.
see Scream 7. Would you be up for that?
Oh hell yeah! I see Scream again. That joint lit.
Let me see it on a big thing because I know how you see
Yeah.
your stuff. You see it first before
I
everybody else
sure.
do.
Yeah, you know me. They call me Free 99. Hey, what up, JG? What's that, Puno? Oh, say what Reese? Oops. What's up, Reese?
Hey,
JG. I'm
baby.
not saying it right. PUNO. Appreciate you tapping in with us, brother.
Keep talking
Yes.
about story time, story time. You know, you right, Molly, because when The Color Purple came out, that was a movie. I remember because I had both of my grandparents, everybody was alive then. When The Color Purple came out, we got it on Earl's. It used to be a place called Earl's Rental. That was before Blockbusters hit. There was a place called Earl's. Man, I think that's what Blockbuster changed their name into from Earl's to Blockbusters. Anyway, and I know you probably laughing at me because I have an original DVD, uh, still in the box VHS of The Color Purple from Earl's.
Mm.
Oh, look, we would go, we would rent the movie, and the whole family would get around. My uncle used to pop the popcorn on the stove, and there's a big old metal looking pot. That's called a popcorn pot. But it had like a beat it up bottom, but it was the best pot for popping popcorn. Wouldn't stick or nothing. He gets in there and he popping the popcorn, popping it. We do a couple of pots of the popcorn, get the bowl circulated. My grandmama, granddaddy had a bowl. The kids had a bowl. My aunt and had it. We everybody had a bowls. We popped the popcorn, making a big thing, and we get all around this damn little TV. It was a floor model TV, but our floor model, the actual screen, the floor model was like the outside of it was bigger than the actual screen, but they still call it the floor model. We would all get around the TV and our popcorn in hand and our Kool-Aid, lemonade, water, whatever drink in our jelly jars. This humble beginnings. You either laying on the floor or you sitting on the coffee table or whatever. And we will watch The Color Purple. That would be like, even though we seen it already, it's like it's something special when you see it with your whole family again. And we would look, and then my grandparents was narrating while the movie was happening because they country people, country farmers, and we were like, did that happen? Did that happen? My grandfather, it was 14 of them, 14 of McFarlands, and it was a farmer. They owned this land, and they had anyway. My grandmother was 11 of them, and they was farmers. So they would tell their stories, but I would love it just made an experience really good, and that's the stuff that I remember as a kid, like, ooh, I don't have that to pass down to my son because when we came along, it was different. So this is how it looked when we came along. We would go to the movies or we would watch a movie at home and everybody would have their own individual bag of popcorn. They have their own individual little huggies or their little drink. They drink and their little candies. We always had some type of little gummies or in the pack or something like that. The candy with the popcorn. And they was watching the movie. But we were young watching stuff like Color Purple. I don't think my son appreciated a movie like that till he got up old enough to know, maybe the teenagers like 13 or 12 to really know what they was doing. But I was 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years. I mean, watching different types of Midnight Color Purple because that's before them, but watching the same movies that my grandparents watched. And they didn't watch no kiddie movies like that. The only kiddie movie that I can remember them watch was the Apple Dumpling Game.
Yeah.
And that was Clifton Powell. Was that man named Clifton Powell, Clifton Davis? Cleavon Little, sorry. It wasn't Clifton nothing. Cleavon Little.
Yeah.
And Blazing Saddles and stuff like that. And that was like an adult type movie because they was cussing and doing some Cleavon Little, Blazing Saddles with Cleavon Little and Gene Wilder. Now, that was the coast of the kiddie stuff that you go get. And we watching it together as the family. And then my grandfather, we used to go and Dodge Park over there in Landover. It was a movie theater, Dodge Park movie theater. We would go once a week as a family and catch a double feature. That's where I first saw Cooley High. Cooley High was a double feature. It was Cornbread Earl and Me and Cooley High. Those was the two movies that played back in 1975. Well, look, but that's what I'm saying, stuff like that. And we went as a family unit. It was my aunt, my mama, my uncle, me, and my grandparents, and her husband. So it was, you know, that's the storytelling time got replaced with the movie time. Now the movie time is replaced with something else. Now it's video time, and then we got to figure out more family situations to get together. I used to love going to the bowling alley with my grandparents, but they tearing bowling alleys down everywhere. Every time you turn around, it used to be a bowling alley. They shutting the bowling alley down. People not bowling like they used to. Bowling used to be a big thing coming up. I don't know if you remember bowling. We used to bowl duck pins. You ever heard of that, Molly? Duck pins?
My own ball, bag, shit.
Yeah.
I'm bowling the twos. Shit, my best game like 280. I got buddies who bowl perfect games, you know. Now we used to bet though. We bet every time we go. We bet $20
How
a
much
game.
is the perfect game?
On your head. When we went, it was only $1.50 if you went between 1 and 5 o'clock on Silver Hill Road. And after that was $4.50 a game. So we used to go around the dollar time so we can play as many games. But weekends and stuff like $4.50 every game you play per person, not including your shoes. So, but I bought my own shoes, my own ball, and my own custom everything. I bought it from Silver Hill Road, the one that we was at. Damn trash can.
I still got my own. I still got my bowling ball, Molly, hanging in the closet. I look big country. My mother was stunned. I wanted to do. My mother still got her bowling ball and shoes. So I had one. My grandma had one.
Yeah,
what time is it? It's
old, and my shit was in his trunk. I was mad. I didn't even know his car was even. Yeah, I didn't know he was behind on payments at the time. But
oh snap!
We snatched this joint. Me, a couple of our friends, our ball and shoes was in there because he was always the ride. So we was ride with him because he had the bigger truck. Like we just leaving in there.
And they wouldn't let you get your things?
Yeah, they told me he could come get it. You know, he just had to go get it. I was like, after a while, I was like, I just buy another one. Cause he lazy. He just like, fuck that. You know, some people be lazy.
Oh. That's trifling. I would have got my friend's stuff. Even if I didn't have nothing to get, I would have went up there and got my friend's stuff.
Friends would ask. His stuff in there too. He was just more mad about them snatching his truck without letting them know. I'm like, that's how it worked. We was young, figuring it out. We probably like 22, 23.
Look,
you know how it worked.
You know when you get 3 months behind, you gotta hide your shit. Cause they don't they give you 90 days. If you the first month behind, second month, 3 months, they snatching it at 3 months.
Yeah.
If you 3 months, hide your stuff.
And
until you get caught up.
them same people somehow allow him to buy another car. Like months later, same place. And he did the same thing, but this time it was hard to find him this time. He learned. You live and you learn, but they don't care. They eventually catch you. And they're
What we
sweet.
used to do, we swapped out cars. Like me and my aunt, like they lived in Baltimore, we would switch cars. If we knew if one of us was behind on our payments, I was like, let me use your car and you can use my car until because they ain't coming, they ain't checking in Baltimore for my car. You know, or that relative that lived in Virginia, they're not checking, in Virginia, the snatch man ain't checking. That's why I figured out why they have you run a credit report or check report, because they figure that you're going to list the person that's closest to you to do the background check, and then that's where your car and stuff going to be if they ever have to come and snatch it, or they can harass these relatives to do a check, like who do I get in contact with for this and this and that, and that's what that's for.
Yeah.
So I always put my mama name down. The first person they call if I'm behind, my mother. You late on your bill, girl? No, I ain't late. You're a lot of people call my house. What they calling me for? But yeah, I am a little late, but then you get that lecture. What is you doing with your money? Then I got smart. I stopped using my mother as a reference. If you don't want people in your business, don't use them as a reference. No, if you don't care, use a way. That was back then. They I don't care. So the person, even in the point of contact, to call in case of emergency. It's just like I don't care. You can share whatever information. I'm like an open book there. But back when I was in them streets, Molly.
Back when she was in
the tall tale, and I was in them streets. I never did anything that I'm ashamed of. I don't think that that's what your past is for. Your past, you look, and that's how come I did a lot of stuff. That's how come I'm able to tell a lot of things, a lot of stories. I did a little piece of living, and at the same time, I didn't do no living because I knew how to roller skate, didn't know how to ride a bike. You know what I mean? I knew how to jump up in the air, do splits and all that, didn't know how to swim. So half a dozen in the one hand, 6 in the other. So I never went to summer camp. We never got a chance to go to camp, even when they had it in school. I remember I couldn't go to Camp Smith. But everybody else enjoyed the experience, and they would come back and they would tell me the stories, and sing the camp songs with me. And I would feel just like that I'm there. And I remember the songs to this day better than they do. And I never even went. Ain't that funny?
Yeah, we used to laugh when niggas had to go to camp. You be like, damn, where you going, man? I gotta go to summer camp. Like, damn. When you
No,
come back,
not that summer camp, the one in
they be
school.
gone.
Remember?
Oh, definitely school. We ain't going to school summer camps. That was lame to us. Like, we going to the pool.
No, not the summer camp. It was a school field trip. They went to the Browns farm, or they used to have farms.
You just think you talking about a camp. I've been to plenty field trips in school. Some I didn't. I couldn't go. Some I did go. Depends. I just filled out my own permission slip. They be like,
But
yeah,
this
go
was a
home.
permission slip overnight. Did you go to the farm one that y'all went overnight?
Nah, that's why I
Camp
said
Smith
like
or Camping in the Woods?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. You said nah, they want. Yeah, we ain't never go to shit like we ain't want to go. And we went, at the time we just thought that was just some lame shit. We weren't going to no camps and all that. Go hang on the farms. We went on a trip and we was forced to go. We hated it already. Yeah, go ahead. You can touch the pigs and jerk off the cows. Like, nah, we was already young. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. That's gay. Like even as a kid, we thought it
Man.
was a little weird, but It was all right, but we was young, trying to keep our shoes clean. We ain't trying to be in the dirt, all that type stuff.
And
Yeah,
in the
camping.
dirt,
I
they
ain't there
said
for.
the fire to tell ghost stories.
Yeah, they do the marshmallows and all that type stuff.
I
Campfire. They
never,
teach 'em how to build a
I
tent.
never did that. I don't know how to do none of that. Never experienced the camping of an outdoor. I'm at the age now, I don't want to sleep outdoors. I don't want to
Ain't
sleep,
good.
you know,
You step
even
outdoors.
as a young adult.
Yeah, it's fun, but camp. I went to church camp one time for like, I don't know, I think we was
Oh,
gone for
Bible vacation
5 days.
school.
Yeah, we was gone like 5 days with
I
our
like that.
mentor, bunch of white kids that we ended up becoming friends with, like for life. But yeah, it was good because we weren't really clicking like that. And then everybody had kids. They all brought us on the trip together, and we all started hanging out, playing sports together. So it did bring us together, but we had no TVs, so that was weird to us. But we got used to it. After a couple of days, there was no TV in the camp. One watching TVs. They had little
It was
different
fun.
theaters, Bible time, studies. They kept the girls on one side of the campus, boys on another. Then during the day we can mingle and hang out at the hours we had curfew. They'd pay us overnight. You want to get up early and help with certain gigs they had going on. So we'd get up early and go clean up and get $20. And you can take that money home because you ain't had to pay for nothing. So you can make money while you in the camp as well. We probably left with like $200 just doing things.
Wow.
It was nice. It was nice. But yeah, it was crazy too. We had one of our boys, one of our white boys, Shipley, G that that it was so funny. He sleepwalked and we never experienced somebody that sleepwalk. We in high school. I'm like, I never met nobody that sleepwalk before. But he got up and we just looking like, what the hell he doing? He just got up and got in the bed with our boy Jeff. And Jeff just got the welling on him. Like, man, what the fuck? And he was just still like coloring up, man. And Jeff started hitting him, and that's when we found out he sleepwalked. He just got over there and wanted to lay down in the other bed. But it was weird, man. We ain't believe in that. We just thought he was on something else. Yeah, his mother had.
Lord, I beat the boy up because y'all thought he was
But
gay.
my boy
Oh,
Jeff, that boy Jeff did, we ain't hit him, but we were just laughing like we found it funny. And we're not too
Bring your
late.
dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you
Morning, how are you?
close to wake up.
Yeah.
hey, Grand Rising Kool-Aid. I love the hair. I love the look.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to get a little bit presentable because I was wearing that other little rug.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? Y'all feeling good?
You know it.
Yeah, we're feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better, so I'm happy. We were talking
That's
about
good.
Tall Tale Thursdays. We was talking about growing up and camping, the experience of camping. That's where we were on now in our conversation.
Okay, I
Did
never
you ever
experienced
do that?
camping. I
Like in
never experienced
school?
camping as a child, but I would love to do it as an adult. I heard you say that you wouldn't want to do it. I would.
They said
Them
you wouldn't want to sleep
bugs and all
outside.
this too much stuff. Too
I
much stuff,
would.
and I got too much allergies.
Yeah, but like get you a cabin and still camp out in
Yeah, you
front.
can
I
camp
don't know. I
out
just would want
there
to try that.
and sleep in the cabin. You ain't gotta sleep outside.
Yeah, I would want
Now,
to
what
try
I
that.
would love to do, this is what I would love to do. I would actually love to build a fire and have it sit around the fire, like even people sitting on the log. I would sit on the log and how they get the fire started. And I never roast marshmallows
That's
and
camping.
s'mores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did that part. That would be nice. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
I
can
like
do
that part, but when
that.
it's
Doing
time to
that.
go to sleep,
We can do
I
that
don't
down
want to lay
there
on
in
no
the
ground.
Costa, man. We can do that right down in the Costa. You talking about?
Yeah.
They let you build fires?
I don't know if they let you, but they build grills, don't they? Shit, I see them cooking on the grill all the time. Might
I
make a
don't know.
little.
Did they take it out of the Anacostia? I thought that would be nice to have the Morning Mac show have like a picnic, but grilling is something different than the campfire at night.
You know what I'm
I
saying they
want
might
the
be
night
did it
experience.
the same. Yeah. Nah, there's a couple of spots we can do, but we had to bat a little fire pit. We can't just, just start a random fire like out in the woods. We had to get one of them little fire pits. What up, E? Butterman in the building.
Hey, Butterman, where can we go to start a fire? You mean to tell me, like we could go somewhere like they have campgrounds, and
Mhm.
we could do that, right? And break our sticks. I mean, I want to start a fire like that, like the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how.
Like we was fugitives on the run. In every movie you see them making a fire, they get a piece of lint and that little that little ball of dust or whatever you call it, lint, and they rub the sticks together. Can they really? I mean, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
they got little joints you can just scrape and then start the fire now that they be carrying out with them in the woods. You ain't see like survival or none of them type shows when they be going out there.
And I see them starting with the little ball of hay. They rubbing the stick together and blowing it and blowing
they
it.
ain't rubbing no sticks together. They got this. It's a fire kit. It's a little metal thing you can pull, and they give you some little sparks, and then they just get it going from there. But them sticks,
Like a flint.
that's hard.
Like
I remember us doing that. That shit took hours to try to do it. You got some people that just professional and they know how to do it, but it ain't something you can just teach somebody and they just catch on and we got it. Like, nah. I'd rather you just get the little fire kit when it's easy to get the fire going. You ain't out there joint struggling, trying to get a fire going for hours.
I would love to have a hot cup of coffee over the fire.
Then Reese, are they crying? These damn bugs. Damn bugs.
Well, that's why people have to add some citronella candles and some off.
We don't got that in camp, man. You gotta just thug it out.
Well, the way the world is today, it's kind of scary. You don't know who's gonna come out the woods too. So
we got something for that.
Yeah, we got something for that. That's right. Look, they've been jumped in on the wrong camp. Brady and Jason can play if they want to. They done came across on the wrong ninjas. They be like, oh shoot, they ain't falling, they shooting. We want running and falling. They be like, what's that you rap? Who you with?
Again. Tell them
we are not Camp Crystal Lake. This the other side of the river. They better. We ain't too worried about. Look, and if it's a fine serial killer, he better worry about me getting him. Like, come here, boy. Come
here. 30 minutes. Like, Reese ain't called the police yet. Nah, I want him to suffer. Like, no, Reese, call the police.
I think it's your time to come out of retirement with that.
Man back is closed.
Celibate. You better celibate.
Yeah, celibate. That's all that mean. They selling a little bit. They waiting for the right offer.
That's one of my jokes too. I'm celibate.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, "Well, let me buy a bit."
Yeah, I'm attacking them. They be like, "Ooh, she is starving. She is ravished."
That would be fun to have a one night stand in the woods, camping. Just one night.
I have a one night stand. God dang.
Yeah, with do the marshmallows. Let's do some hot dogs. A little, drink a little something, smoke a little something. Do it in the tent.
And a little whiskey in the
never
coffee.
Talk again. I don't want to even see you again. I don't know you.
That's scary right there. If a woman say we go out there, do it one time and we never. I'm like, hold on. Somebody not making it out the woods. It sounds like I might not make it out of this motherfucker.
No, you're gonna make it out, but we ain't
Yo,
talking
one
no more.
night
We're done.
after
We're
this, you're done. You would never see me again. I was like,
Never.
she meant that literally.
That's where the stalkers come in at. So my man, didn't I leave you about 10 towns back? So I had to find you.
Yeah, it got to be somebody you don't know. They don't know where you're from, and you don't know where they're from, and then bye. No numbers exchanged. And we can't have no phones either. That's another thing when people go camping and do things like that. I think there should be no phones. I mean, have a phone, but not have it by you. You know, just have some fun, play games.
In case of emergency.
Yeah, life will be a little
no
bit better.
electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gangster. See, women gangster. First, she worried about the dude jumping out the woods. Now she'll do it with the dude in the woods. Reese said she'd tie him up if he looked good. This shit is crazy, man.
I didn't think about time.
Now, Molly, I never was worried about nobody jumping out no woods.
I said Kool-Aid, you know, but then she said it gotta be a stranger. That's the nigga in the woods. You know, so
I don't want him.
She put it on him. And then Reese said she would tie him up, you know. So I'm like, hold on now.
Wait a minute. I don't want the stranger to be from the woods, okay?
But the stranger in the woods, you never know. You ain't gonna see him again.
Kool-Aid and Reese get y'all in the woods. No wonder y'all ain't never been camping.
We should do a movie like that. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you, Reese, do a movie and have Molly in it, and he'd be the one that we find him and tie his ass up and start poking him with the marshmallows.
David Man Green come out. Look, Funny Man Green. Look, it got to be somebody got to teach us how to cook the marshmallows and stuff. So we got to have a tour guide with us, and then he gonna tell us a story about this crazy man that live in the woods. So instead of that scaring us, that's piquing our interest. Like, ooh, there's a crazy wild man running around in the woods with a dingling in his hand.
Oh my God! And here comes Phil. Here comes Phil coming around the corner.
Funny man. Look, Funny Man David Green. Funny Man Green is running around there. They call him funny because he always feeling on himself. And instead of that scaring us, I'm up there thinking one thing, and then you could be thinking another thing. You'd be like, oh, he chasing me through the woods. You thinking that. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm chasing him through the woods.
You're silly. That would be good.
Scenario.
Yeah. And this how y'all got Sharknado. I'm telling you right here. This is how Sharknado came to existence. Reese Reese. Think outside the box.
A comedy.
That would.
Comedy.
No, that's a good comedy. Look. And then they come out with the woods. Y'all better come back and get us to play the parts. Because I know somebody's sitting down thinking like, you know what? That does sound funny.
No, you can really do it yourself. You just need a cameraman and actors.
We need a crew. We got a crew.
Yeah, you can do it yourself. I always wanted to do a movie. I know how to do stuff like that. You just gotta get the right camera person and do it low budget one at first, and then just keep doing different skits and movies. That would be fun, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, how about we just get y'all in the woods, tell y'all some stories about these dead people and show y'all some pictures by showing y'all how to camp, and then we fuck around and had the people from the pictures actually pop up. They're not really dead. We just cracking jokes on y'all. We put makeup on. Y'all be scared.
That would be scary.
I believe all the stories we told y'all. Y'all like, we just seen Mr. Johnny. I swear to God, he's still alive. You know, he still got the bullet wound in his head or something like that.
That would be great. That would be dope.
Yeah, whole time.
That's funny too.
It's his resort. I put two and two together. It's called Mr. Johnny's Resort. And once in a while, y'all start putting two and two together. Find out they just actors. We just doing a social experiment this whole time.
Like crisis actor.
Yep. And one of y'all buddies signed y'all up for. Yeah, y'all buddies signed y'all up for. Louisa did this on y'all. So it's a social.
To try to prank us.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Twisting of the pants. That shit super wet. That whoa.
No, because Reese gonna be trying. No. Reese gonna be trying to figure out like Kool-Aid. We gotta kill these mugs. They already did. So if we kill them, then that's gonna be happening.
Find out. Reese gonna really try to kill them. We're gonna hold they plant. It's fake. It's fake. Cut. Hey, this camera's over there. It's everywhere.
I ain't no killer shit. I'm scared. But don't push me. That's my new thing. Shit. I ain't no
When it
killer,
comes
but
to
don't push me.
protecting myself, that's
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah.
How you gonna fuck up a ghost? They already did. So how you gonna
I ain't even
she giving
scared
a
of
right hook,
ghosts.
left hook?
That
Look,
sounds great though,
but they
honestly.
already did. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they already did. They don't feel this. They ain't
Yeah.
gonna feel this either. If I hit them like this, they go. You Kool-Aid gonna be like, no, Reese, stop. That's blood. No, that's not blood. That's spirits.
One of those spirits.
Right? Excuse me.
Oh yeah, great.
Gotta have some kind of ideas because I do want to do a movie though, honestly. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I got a bunch of movies written. I just ain't shoot anything
Oh,
yet.
for real?
Short films, though they not like hour movies. They like 5, 10 minute movies.
Yeah, not long ones. Yeah, that sounds dope. I always wanted to do something called like Addicted to Danger, and this girl that she just does all types of wild shit.
Oh shit. Okay, so documentary basically.
Yeah, and it's about me. I was
A real life documentary, huh?
addicted to danger. I mean,
Yeah,
literally, and the little
right.
ghost stories. I just gotta find somebody. Maybe we can hook up. I'll pay you. We gotta get something cracking because people don't believe in shit. But I got proof of different things. You know what I mean? I could show, so it could be like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, but you see if people watch a scary movie, then they scared to go to sleep. Like, hold on, I thought you don't believe in God. Yeah, but I
Right.
just want the lights on. Nah, motherfucker, get the lights off. You know, like,
I ain't scared of
yeah,
no ghosts.
people don't believe in all this stuff, but then they nervous, like, oh no, man, I heard some shit in the back. I'm about to get up out of here. Like, hold on, so you believe. So you
Black
believe.
people, that's
So
the
you
first
believe.
thing they take a double take. Like, what the fuck was that? And they be out. They
You
ain't
believe
sad.
in bad spirits, you should believe in good spirits, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's
Oh yeah. Oh
if
yeah.
it's bad food out here, it's good food out here, you
Oh
know?
yeah. I definitely believe in good spirits. Yep.
So it's
That's what.
like you believe in these bad ones, so you should definitely believe in the good ones. You know, a lot of
Yep.
people, I don't know, I be having these visions, these scurries, and I'm like, all right, then when the good ones gonna come? Cause yeah, you tapped in on the wrong channel, my guy.
Right. I
Like,
think the good spirits is like when good things happen for you. Like you think, like in bad situations. You know what I mean? Like something good happens. That was that good spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you
mhm.
find something, or I don't know, just have a. Sometimes I sit here and I have a warm feeling over me, or a smell of your grandparent. You know what I mean? Like you ever smelled it, like a scent of someone that you love that passed away, like their favorite perfume or that coffee. So I experienced that before.
Okay, that's scent. Like,
Yeah,
like, yeah, they must be here.
or warm
Riri, they
feeling.
let you out, Riri. What happened? You back?
Yeah, I'm back. That
Guess
that
not.
Ben Gay and liniment smell like old Mr. Johnny. All Ben Gay smell the
See, you
same.
are crazy. Who is old Mr. Johnny?
I don't know.
All Ben Gay smell the same. No, what I do reminisce about is smells of food. I'm a big girl. I'm a foodie. I don't care. When certain dishes, like my grandmother's cooking or my grandfather baking a cake, certain smells remind me of them.
Yeah.
And I get reminiscent about that. I found in my closet where my grandmother used to stay with me before she passed and all. I found her hat box.
Mm.
And it was a rare treat. In that hat box, I am blessed with 4 hats in each box. And I'm going to go through and I always loved her church hats and stuff. My grandmother was a Macadocious pimp. She used to try to have a hat to go with each suit and all of that. My grandmother, I don't want to say she bougie ghetto, but she was the countryest, bougiest at country. She liked to look good, and she used to make stuff out of stuff. She was cheap. She was frugal, real frugal, but she would make stuff out of stuff that you think that really look like stuff. I, you know, go figure. So,
Mm,
and she used to have it coordinate. Like she may take a bed set and then take one of the sheets or whatever that go to the bed set and make curtains. So you think that stuff like that, you know. But they come from she came from a generation of era that they made stuff out with a lot of stuff with. Sometimes she made some food paws. I ain't gonna never forget that time she made everybody pillows out of that fiberglass, and everybody, oh, everybody was getting cut up. And I'm like, what the hell? And that's probably why they all sick, coughing, and everything. So she made some mistakes. We used to roll around in that Pink Panther, that pink installation. Y'all remember that? We used to go crawl up through the attics, and they said the Pink Panther, that was fiberglass. Do you know how dangerous that was?
Mm-hmm.
As kids, yes, fiberglass gets
Yeah,
in your
they itching.
skin. Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah, it's poison. And we crawling in it like it's snow, crawling around. Oh, it's plush and pluff. That fiberglass, not knowing. See how ignorance is bliss. So sometimes we can make those little mistakes. I remember them pillows she made us. I remember the little food paws. And I can look back and laugh because that's a memory. What they say, what don't kill you make you stronger. And I thank God for every lesson and the blessing and the journey, the earnings, even the stuff that seemed bad, seemed like you was going through it. Trouble don't last always, but when you're going through it, it seems like it's forever. And I'm just thinking and smiling, and I'm just happy to be. I'm just happy to be, y'all.
That's why I think kids gotta get used to that failing in life. And
That's good.
talking about like games and stuff. I don't like that everybody get awarded because when they get adults, they don't know how to accept failure. You know, like sometimes you're gonna fall, but you gotta learn to get up. And all the games and stuff we played, they had a mission, you know, and in that mission, you might die. You gotta start over. But this time you learn from your mistakes. And if you die, you gotta
Right.
start over. Now they get to start where they passed that. So now they gotta start from the beginning. And now they can pay for points to help them just get through the mission, or they can just pay to skip it. So it's like it's a lot of cheating, and it causes them to cheat in life, I think, because we were so used to I gotta pass this mission. So even when I think people that play games like that in my generation, when we go through things in life, we just look at it as a mission. You know, I got to get through this. Okay, the last time when I did this, I failed when this happened. But next time when I go here and I come across, I'm going to know how to get around this obstacle. I ain't got no cheat code in real life. I can't just pay $1 million to hop this obstacle and stuff like that. But that's what these kids think. V-Bucks and everything just help you. You can't even build your player. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about, but they buy V-Bucks that actually help their players to get more better at their, shooting and skills. We had to actually play every day and build them little by little, and over time he'd get there. But now it ain't gotta work at nothing. So I think the patience gone. Every video they share is 20 to 30 seconds. If you show them a video that's more than 2 minutes, they lost. They can't have their attention span be gone. And it's starting to lead into the adults. I've been having a lot of people like, man, that video too long. Why you sent me that? I'm like, it's 3 minutes. If you can't watch a video and take something from it for a 3-minute clip, it's just like that's just amazing how they just program us into these 30 seconds to 60-second reels. That's all now people program to watch. Anything longer than that, they be like, oh, that's way too long. I was like, dang, I remember 3-minute video was considered a short video. I remember watching
It
YouTube
was.
hours. Now you just watch the short. So I think that's what hurting the kids though. They don't really have to complete anything. They get awarded for nothing. So now when they become adults, they don't know how to get through it. They don't know how to complete the mission.
Because they're going to think you still get rewarded. They're going to say, I ain't even got to try. I'm going to get this. I ain't even got to try to do this because I'm already get this. I ain't got to try to be the best because I'm going to get an award anyway. I'm going to get the same award you get. You right. Why rewarding just for participating? Well, participate and participate more and harder next time, and so you can rank. I don't believe in giving an award for nothing. Oh, just because you came, you get an award. No, because
Yeah.
to me that take away from the people who practice, who study, the all your hard work. That's not fair. That's not fair. As long as I finish the race, you finish the race. Molly come in first, and I come in last, but he gonna get the same reward I get. Tell me where that's fair. When he practiced for this race, he conditioned his body. He wanted to die. I didn't do nothing but watch TV, go to sleep with. I didn't do nothing, but I'm gonna get a reward too, just because life don't work like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and as soon as we teach our kids that, and they'll stop crashing out. They stop. I mean, I have never seen more kids throwing a tantrum. I never seen more kids talking back at the elders, blowing up. I think it was the damn talkies. They used to say that was doing something to the kids. Remember we did a show about it, Molly. I think you brought it up. The talkies, the
Yeah.
poison that doing something to the kids' minds. Which
Yeah.
color talkies was that? Was it all the colors?
Yeah, it was majority all of them. I don't think
And
we
and I'm
got
like, is this why the kids is crashing out? Because what they seeing visually, what they're hearing, and then taking control, they being programmed. It's wild. So how do we get our children back? How do we stop a failing generation from failing? I guess it start with us. So if we get enough like-minded people to try to make a wave, a wave starts with a ripple. So at least we got to make a ripple to get, so we can get some force behind it to make something happen, move something.
Mm-hmm.
Every earthquake starts with a tremor.
I
So we
just feel like,
gotta,
yeah, I feel
what
we
you
gotta
said?
give our kids everything that we possibly can, and what I mean by that is allowing them to actually be around other people outside of you. And that don't mean they gotta be with strangers. I'm saying people you know and you trust that can help them in certain fields, that they might be weak at. And a lot of people don't do that unless it come to sports or something. But it's a lot of friends we got that might be math geniuses or they was good in English. You're like, oh, let me hook you up with my girlfriend Misha because she was good at this when we was in school. You need to talk to her. And I think if we get back to that, we got coaches that's good out here, they really build relationship with these people. And as long as we keep that village together with these kids and they got mentors from all over, it ain't gotta just be personally from the two parents. And you got a lot of parents that's like that. Well, if I ain't this, if it ain't this, if it ain't that, if it ain't come from me or their father, just like you holding them back, because there's some things other people can help your child with that you can't. You still can be there to make sure things go as planned. But I just think that a lot of us we get overprotected and some of us we just get selfish with our kids. Sometimes we mad at a person so much that we don't want our kid to have relationship with that person. And then that just miss out on that kid's opportunity probably to do other things. And what's messed up is because you and that person had a relationship at one point. It's just that y'all might have a falling out, but now you want y'all kids to miss out, probably growing up together, or at least you helping their kid and they helping your kid. Just like we just got to be better adults. That's how I look at it. We got to be better people, and we got to understand it's going to take a village to get these kids to where we want them to go. Is mommy and daddy good, but that ain't enough. A lot of these kids that's rich, they rich friends be helping their kids. They help each other out. So I just feel like we should do the same thing at the bottom. It don't matter what it is. If you know somebody that specializes in something, a kid that want to paint. We know people that's painting, electrician. We know people that can do that. No matter what field it is, I'm pretty sure we know somebody that can help them in that. Lately, we've been running into people who want to get into comedy. Reese, y'all been helping them with that. So it's just good to be able to help other people and have that help on the outside. Don't turn it down, because a lot of people do that. Might be an ego thing. I don't know.
And here's the thing, Molly mentioned it several times, the word village. Now, I can help you with comedy. I can help you with your recipes. even can help you, believe it or not, in the medical stuff. In the medical stuff, I was in the medical field. I can even help you get your thoughts together to start journaling. And that's where all stories come from. Good stories come from journaling. If you want to start or know how to write, if you want to know how somebody told me, right? They was like, you critique, you do such and such such. And it was like, how can you say that you have enough experience to teach something that somebody else like a comedy, like for instance, me and Gwen was talking about doing she could do a comedy school for etiquette for beginners, right? She was like, no, because all these other comedians I know that's been out here before me before years. It don't matter of what you know or who been doing what for years. It's what you believe in, what you have the passion in, and what you know how to do. I don't care how long you've been doing comedy. Funny is funny. And if you know funny, you know funny. Even if you yourself, you don't think that you're as funny as Eddie Murphy, whatever. That don't mean you can't teach a school or somebody to how to be funny like Eddie Murphy.
That's
And
funny that you said that. I'll wait till you're done. Go ahead, because oh wow. No, keep going. Let her go, because I got something to say about that. I was just talking to my grandma, just what you were saying. Go ahead, finish up.
because we know the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of how to set up. You're supposed to do the stage presence and all of that. Just because you're not an Eddie Murphy do not mean you can't teach somebody to become that Eddie Murphy or be a pushing or the wind beneath somebody else's wings. I believe I could start a comedy school. I guarantee you that you could give me 10 people that want to be comedians, 10 experiment comedian people that want to be comedians, and put me up against any prestigious school, whatever out there. And I bet you I can help them just as much as the prestigious school or the people, whatever out there who can. I know I can, because I know me and I know what I possess and I know what I have to share to give. And if somebody take it and really truly take it, they can run with it. Can I take it and run with it? I can't run like I used to no more because I got a limp leg now. So, or I may be on a wheelchair or on a walker, but I can still pass that knowledge to somebody like Molly, and he can go all the way. Go, Molly, go. Go, Molly, go. And I'll be right there behind him in my rollator screaming, go, Molly, go. Go, Molly, go. Pushing them. Just because I didn't get there don't mean I can't facilitate somebody else getting in. Don't mean that I can't teach you how to soar and fly. And people look at me like, oh, well, you all broke down. What good are you? Don't close your eye. Don't sleep on it. You never know where good comes from. And it's about being a blessing, anointed in some things, not necessarily being by, who you are, your circumstances. Anyway, it's hard for me to try to explain what I'm trying to explain, but
no, that's
like I said. Go ahead, what you saying,
that's crazy you said that, because like I was telling my grandparent yesterday, and I was saying, I like comedy, I like being on stage. I haven't been doing it as long as other people, but I wanted to switch it a little bit. I wanted to maybe get some business cards and go to open mics and try to help people that are new to comedy, because I know a lot of people say, oh, I want to do comedy when they see me do it, or they'll say, but I don't know where to start or what to do. But I'm not saying I'm the best comedian and I'm the funniest, but I have confidence in myself to teach others, like, stage presence, or, hey, a lot of people say, well, I don't know where to begin. And I'll say, well, do you have somebody in your family that is, have some kind of disability, or somebody that always gets on your nerves, or somebody overweight, or, just something you can talk about them. And then they'll say, oh yeah, or something like that. So I wanted to do that too. So I'm going to work on that through the summer. I'm going to make my own business up. I'm not even going to tell nobody. I'm telling y'all, but I'm talking about like put it on Facebook, because people ruin your stuff. You know what I mean? And or always got something to say and put daggers in your dream and what you want to do. And, oh, you should do it like this. So I'm not going to disclose it until it's LLC'd and ready to go, because I can do a school too.
Let me not to bust your bubble, but you just did. We are. Hey, we. Oh, hippie trippy came in.
They call him hippie
It's,
trippy. What up, Trip?
oh,
Hey
I'm
man, you can
sorry.
call
I'm
me
sorry,
whatever you like.
Trippy.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I'm sorry, Trippy. I'll save you a plate. Even if you late, I'll save you a plate. But
All
Kool-Aid,
right.
we hopefully I got 100 million viewers out there somewhere all across the globe. Remember, this is on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah.
But so she said it first, so don't nobody try to steal her idea. When she come
Right.
up with it, you can say you heard it first on the Morning Mac show. Do
Right.
you? I believe. Look, young grasshopper. Do you? I do not discourage nobody. Nothing. Not unless if you, especially if you're not hurting nobody else. Do you?
Right.
Yep.
Do you?
What up,
You
Chow?
never know.
Appreciate you tapping in, brother.
Hey,
Anybody make
ciao,
sure y'all
bro.
get like, share, subscribe. You watching on YouTube. And I agree definitely with y'all saying. I don't think nobody should ever put I can't in anything that they saying they want to do. You can do anything you put your mind to it. And you know,
Right.
from the other side, I always look at things from both sides. I just like when we fill out like a job application or anything, they want to know your history. You know, and a lot of people like, well, I work here, I did this, I got experience in this and this and that. And it's the same thing when being a teacher. People want to know what you done. You know, what's some of the things you shadow already, Ma? You know, before you can teach me something, what's some of the things you did? You know, and I think that's where a lot of people, you know, fail to miss. A lot of people are good at what they did, but a lot of people ain't put enough work out here to show people how good that they are. So you got a lot of people that just based off what they can see or what they can find online. So it's like anything. If you're looking for a mechanic, you're not just going to find a guy who say, "Look, I'm good at cars." No, I promise I'm like that. I think I'm better than anybody. Da 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 da. It's like, okay, can I see your work? Well, I ain't actually do nothing like that, you know. But if they got access to somebody that's known in that field, they're gonna go to them first. The goal is to start doing work out here and showing people. You might got to offer free classes, and then that student might can start telling other students how good of a teacher you is, or his skills might show, and they might ask, "Damn, who taught you that?" And it's the same thing when you see with a lot of these players, like LeBron James' agent. That was his first agent, but that agent now is the number one agent everywhere. You know, he ain't have experience. If other players had to come and ask who they want to sign with, they want to sign with Rich, but based off LeBron's success, now he can sign more players. And it's probably the same thing for Jordan and everybody else. Nobody know these dudes high school coach. Nobody know who's LeBron or Jordan middle school coach. But these coaches play a big part. You know, ain't no telling how many hours they put in the gym with them just alone, you know, but it took for these students or these players that want to learn. So I like to take the kids that want to learn. When we was teaching the kids, Reese, the kids that
Yeah.
wanted to didn't want to learn, I just told them, hey, y'all good, just go over there. But the kids who actually wanted to learn, they was interested, them the kids that I'm gonna teach, you know. So I just like, if you got a kid that out here that want to learn comedy or anything like that, let it, man, teach them. They ain't got to be
Acting.
kids, they can be adults. You know, it's adults out here that's willing to learn. And if you got that knowledge to teach them, because you never know who they might become. And then that reference might get you somewhere. Let's get in on this trip. What's your thoughts on what you heard from what we was talking about?
Oh yeah, I just want to add a little something in. Sorry I am so late too. I tried to get on I did wake up late. I tried to get on like 25 minutes ago and I clicked the link from yesterday and it said ended and I'm like, "Oh man, I missed it." And I realized I clicked the wrong one. But no, I agree with that. And my niece, I just want to add my niece, you know, she loves comedy and stuff, and she's always watching comedy stuff with me. And she's like, I got her into it and like starting to writing jokes, and yeah, it's pretty cool, man, to see her write some jokes. Can I tell y'all one of her jokes is pretty good?
That's it.
Yeah. Wait a minute, say your niece's name. Give her credit for her joke.
Her name's Mary. I call her Mare Bear, and she came up with these
Mary
all
Bear,
by
that's cute.
she came up with these all by herself. She's 12 years old, and
Oh,
her one is you know, my mother, she's like, you know, my mother spends so much time putting makeup on her face, but she can't ever make up her mind.
Because it's on her face and that's her mind.
That is amazing.
Good
You know
one.
what?
That's
See,
good
I
one.
like how you said that, and you acknowledging how she's wants to be a comic like you, and
Oh, I love it,
you're
man.
embracing it and helping her. Because now I can say that my daughter wants to be one as well. She's 6. I just never
Yeah.
disclosed that with anybody. Yeah, and she made her own name up. So I'm Kool-Aid, and I'm Sparkle, and she wanted to be a
Okay.
comedian when she was 5. And so I think it's more or less of from me being one, and maybe your niece from seeing you. You know what I mean? Like you inspire her,
Yeah, for sure.
and it's really nice that you're interacting with her with that. And I can see y'all actually doing a little comedy show. And I think that's cute. And
Yeah, when she's yeah.
my daughter has a joke too. It's something about the chicken crossing the road, and I was like, "Okay, Jazz, what did that mean?" And she said, "So he won't end up at KFC." I know it's corny, but I thought that was cute. It was like, "Oh, chicken."
Yeah, for 6. Yeah, just the
Yeah,
thought of making a joke at 6 is good.
yeah, well, she was 5, so I was,
Yeah, even better.
that was really impressive. So yeah, keep up the good work
Like
with that. I think kids should be comedians because some kids are extremely funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's by
Yeah, she
nature.
is.
And maybe you should start a comedy kid line. You never know. I was going to do that. I was
Hey.
going to do that, but I was going to do comedy for kids. That was one of
Yeah.
my
look, y'all can start it with summer programs, comedy camp
Yeah.
for kids that aspiring to want to do comedy and writing. I used to work with Molly with the kids, and they had the kids in there wanted to act on photography and on all of that stuff. And a lot of them was already comedians. And you're right, you funny knows funny. So it
Mhm.
don't matter how old you are, you could always teach
Right.
something
And she came up
funny,
with
teach
these
fun.
by herself, man. I did not help her.
Wow.
Well, you don't have to, just like you come up with yours by yourself. These kids'
Yeah.
minds work too. We got to
And
give
that
them
just
some
kind of
credit.
blew my
Our
mind,
best
I'm
jokes.
like, damn. Just the idea she knows what a punchline is. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she knows how to pause for the punchline.
Wow. Now that's amazing to pause because I had to
Cause
work
like
on that.
I put her on to like, she loves Jerry Seinfeld. She loves like I put her on to a lot of clean comedians. She loves Nate Bargatze. And like she'll spend hours watching them. So she's like learning from them. And she like I think more it's like she's trying to copy what they're doing and how they do it, which
That's
a
nice.
lot of us do that when we start out, we copy what we see, but like
Yeah.
just the idea that she knows this to pause for a punchline and knows what a punchline is mind blowing to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty freaking cool.
It's awesome. Like my son's, some of my best jokes material come from him. His mind. He always, ever since he was little, he always kids think of stuff. Kids, we got to go back and listen to what they say and do. They need the adults need to learn from the kids sometimes how to be what should I say? Because the kid can teach. Let them be kids a little longer. Some of these adults need to stop being so uptight and so bitter and get back to that little love and the freedom as kids. But the thing that this is just my personal viewpoint, I don't think we allow children to be children long enough because you're only a child between what age till you born to what till you're 18. Then after that, you got the rest of your life to be adults. So we should tell them, take your time and become an adult. Enjoy the childish stuff. Enjoy when you're a kid, enjoy the kid stuff. Because once you become an adult, not unless something wrong with you, there's no turning back. I wish somebody would have, but we were so pressed to be old. I can't wait till I'm this old so I can do this. I can't wait till I'm this old so I can do that. Sometimes I say, damn, I wish I was this age again. So I could go back to the time where I didn't have those bills, no responsibility, where I could play with my friends. All my friends are here with me.
Me
When
too.
you start losing people and stuff, that's, but we don't tell the children that Don't rush it, grasshopper. You will get your turn.
Yeah, I tell her that all the time, man. I like just enjoy being a kid now, cause like it goes by so quick.
Yeah. Look at us. I was just 26 yesterday. Look at
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just
So
turned 26 yesterday.
yeah, really? You just 26?
No, I'm 36.
Trip,
Oh, I
yeah,
was like, you
man.
just 20. And look, I said, well, I robbed the cradle before. It wouldn't I do it again? Hey, oh,
Hey, oh,
What's up, y'all?
hey,
Whatever.
What's
hey,
going on,
hey.
everybody? Everybody be feeling this morning.
No,
we
a
good,
little,
we good.
little
No,
hungover, but I'm good.
It's
afternoon, man.
beautiful outside, man. Y'all need to go out there and get some of that fresh weather.
Evening.
Oh man, it's pouring rain where I'm at.
It's
It's
raining
raining here
here.
too, right?
Yeah.
Whoever said something's bad about rain?
Nah.
You said the
You
fresh
right?
weather. I
True that.
thought the sun was shining.
I don't think out there in that
Man.
rain, boy. That leg
This
gonna get
ain't that
hurt.
fresh weather. Whatever impurities is falling down, it ain't fresh for me.
It's about cleansing. When it rains, it cleanses.
When it coming through this atmosphere, all that stuff that done came through the atmosphere that's falling down by the time it get to us, it's contaminated.
Hey, what
That's
I see.
let me ask something. What was y'all talking about today? Because I went to court with my son today. I definitely want to talk to y'all about that.
Yeah, we
oh
talking
yeah,
about
well
our
okay.
kids, right? Being a good influence on our kids. Our kids want to be like us. They kids want to be comedians like them. You know, just sitting back
Uh,
watching. So he in
I,
court. Where you get that
I,
from? Shorty?
I
Hold on.
gotta make sure you gotta make sure you put that up there too. I don't know if you can
Sure,
see it.
you said I don't got his business
What is
card,
I can't see what it say.
God's property. Yeah, he from
Hey,
back out here in the DMV area. He got too much light on that thing. Home
That's an
improvement.
attorney.
What it
Oh,
say on
that's
the car?
on.
Yeah, that's on car.
yeah.
He been doing that work out there. You ain't seen him working on them steps. The other day, he
I
built them a
saw.
whole new porch out there. One
Yeah,
man army too. He
I was
only
gonna go
like
buy a tent.
money.
I was about to go buy a tent and go out there and start work. He be like, man, you ain't gotta do all that. I said, man, I'm trying to. You don't understand, like when you've been in that work field doing a certain thing and you get away from it, you lose a part of yourself. And I feel like I had lost a
Yeah.
part of myself. And once I lied to you not, that first day felt great until I ate at lunchtime. And I was like, nah, I can't do this no more. I'm not eating no more at lunchtime. No, that's not me. No.
You just gotta
I don't know
recondition your
what
body.
possessed
That's
me
all.
to go and get a cheeseburger
Yeah.
at lunchtime after knowing I had to still lift all that heavy shit. I finally eat the cheeseburger. I said, I can't do this. So I
Hey,
started
Weezy
cleaning up.
Weezy.
The next day, I made up for it. I lied to you
See,
not.
Wellness Wednesdays, man.
Like
Y'all
I said, it was a
Shout out to
challenge.
the
It was a
Wednesday.
challenge
we got list.
for me to move that little center
Uh,
block. But
that
I
list.
enjoy the challenge because I like when people tell me that you can't accomplish things.
Okay.
Oh,
Can y'all hear me?
I got the
You
home
ain't
Can you hear me?
improvement show going on.
hear
Weezy,
me.
Weezy just stepped into the room.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
Weezy,
couldn't
we
hear.
in the
And they're
building.
painting. Are they almost finished?
Yeah, we can hear. Oh, he couldn't hear us. We heard everything you were saying.
My shit went out. I said, this it's doing it again. But anyway, um, they
Is
treat
it in the plug in the bathroom?
they treat my son like an adult, meaning that they have to give me permission to talk to their lawyer.
Who
So
got
they
you?
say, yeah, she's gonna say, well, I work for your son, I don't work for you. So I say, well, how about this, bitch? Ask my son anything about this case and let's see what his answer is. I said, if not, treat my son like you treat your own damn son and use some competence and deal with the parents. I said, please, please, please. And I said, I really don't make this threat Like just because if you play with either one of my sons, I'm gonna get one of y'all disbarred. You can feel how you want to feel about it. It is what it is. I said, man, because I said y'all are saying y'all want to treat them like an adult, but y'all are not gonna read them their memorandum rights. Y'all are not gonna let them know about the law. I said, so we're gonna figure out where the competency comes in at. Is it with the kids or is it with y'all? I said,
I'm about to get a charge down there. You can be in there with him. You're gonna need to get a lawyer for you too, huh?
no, I know the law. I'm just surprised that the females that are representing my two boys don't know the fucking law.
Yeah, they probably throw him anybody. Some youngins just getting started.
And it's like they all right, the case, they got locked up last month. I'm just talking to one of the lawyers this morning and the other lawyer yesterday. So my son lawyer I talked to yesterday, I cursed her the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And then my Hassan lawyer, you know what I'm saying, I'm not his father, but I am the caretaker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling them like all I'm doing is asking that y'all, like I said, my biggest thing is y'all have a case of 3 kids snatching some kids' hats, and y'all are making it into something very. The judge just said, we're just gonna drag this on. What the fuck do that even mean?
They trying to make some money.
Yeah, it fucked me up today. And then Tayhan looks the worst, even though his case is red. He looks the worst because all the police is talking about him. He ain't do shit, but he got 3 charges. How the fuck he get 3 charges and he ain't do nothing?
God dang.
Everybody else got 1 charge. They got
Hey,
they
Q.
got charged. Yeah, they got charged. Shut the fuck up.
How old are your boys, How old are the boys?
Hold on.
You better cut that up. They try and get online. They done heard Reese's
I
voice.
think
They
my
want to
glasses
start.
over there.
Oh man.
My glasses was in.
What up, AQ? Appreciate you tapping in with us.
Yeah, was in. Uh,
Happy Thursday. Yeah, that's messed up. I don't know. I don't
how
know.
old is the boys, though, Mom?
14 and 16.
14, yeah. Hey,
Oh, they
14 and
babies,
16.
baby.
Yeah, and now, but what it is you can't even go in the courtroom until they see until the judge says something. They're like they have the case has to be called. Once the case is called, we have to wait until our kids are sitting down inside the courtroom before we can go in. They have to start the proceedings first. So what they doing is they making all these kids give up their rights. So
That's
because
what
you
I was
don't,
getting ready to say.
yeah, they did because what they doing is they're skipping past the show cause hearing, which I mean, and our and criminal and let me see, adult court and adult court. It's called a preliminary hearing to find out why you're here, if they have enough to hold you and all that. They
Right.
waive that for the kids. So they don't have to give no reason as to why they putting the kids on papers or none of that. So I'm saying, like I said to my baby mother, I said, look, since you want to keep on pacifying them and like you're look, you're a great mother. I don't take nothing away from you. You're a great mother, but you're pacifying them too much, and they're not learning anything from the mistakes they're making. So the mistakes are causing them to go deeper and deeper. You know what I'm saying? I can't do my job because every time that I step up and say this is wrong, I have an individual say, no, that's not how you do it because if you treat him like this, then he's gonna act out. No, if you keep babying his ass up, he's gonna act out. As long as you, like I said, as long as you keep making your nourishment enablement, our kids are gonna be fucked up out here. And that's what's going on. Everybody, like, soon as the child gets in trouble, oh, it's okay, baby, it's okay. But then the child goes and does something that's even more worse. Go ahead, big dog.
I just wanted to ask a question. Maybe I could help a little bit. You don't gotta tell me what happened with them, but do they have felonies?
Oh yeah, the children they charge them with felonies.
All right, so if the lawyer can waive the preliminary hearing, they do that a lot without even asking, because they say it's I'm half asleep right now, but they say it's just like a simple procedure.
Formality.
Yes, but if you really want the preliminary hearing, you can show cause that they never waived it and you want the preliminary hearing. Now, what the preliminary hearing is going to do, like you did, it's going to show evidence. But if they find evidence, then it'll go to the grand jury, and then the grand jury is if they find enough evidence, they're going to send down an indictment,
Right.
and then that's unless that's already happened.
Nah.
Right. So
Nah,
yeah.
but no, it's just my biggest problem is it like I say, it's the fact that now they say it's 22 hours of video recording, right? It took y'all 3 minutes to lock these kids up. Where the fuck is 22 hours coming from?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is 22? It was like 15 police. I said I wouldn't give a fuck if it was 15 police. So they all gonna get on a recorder for a whole fucking hour and a half, 15 minutes. Man, make this shit make sense.
Yeah.
Make this shit make sense. So now you didn't sat back and you didn't waive this show cause or preliminary hearing, when if you would have had the hearing, they would have had to show a reason why he's charged with 3 charges.
Yes.
So now that's bypassed. Now they can move forward with everything else because you waived the most important hearing of all.
Well, they'll still have to do the grand jury because your charges,
Yeah.
but your charges are an indictment. So so they're probably in the smaller court now with just the charges, even though they're felonies. To go to the big court where they could send you to prison, they have to go through the grand jury and they have to have indictments, and they'll get an indictment number. So and they have a right to be, if the lawyer just waived the preliminary, they're gonna get. I can guarantee you, they're gonna try to get them to waive going to the grand jury. They have a right to be there at that grand jury, and they have the right to speak at the grand jury and say their piece.
That's the thing. See, now you know something that the average person doesn't know. See,
I just came home for 10 years, brother.
Right. This is why they do that. This is why they waive it, so you can't be in there. They don't tell you that
Right,
when you waive
exactly.
this, you know what I'm saying, it's stopping you from sitting in front of the grand jury speaking your mind. You know what I'm saying? But the lawyers be with this goofy shit.
Yeah.
They be with
Yes,
this
bro.
goofy shit. Like they don't know what the fuck going on. So
They
like,
working right with the DA, bro. Unless you getting like a high class paid attorney outside of that district of that courtroom, they working with them DAs and the judge, bro.
I'm just mad because I feel like you gave my sons the 2 dumbest bitches that you could find in that court building.
Yeah.
So excuse my language, ladies. I'm just a little upset,
No,
but
I get what you mean, bro.
I'm so mad because I'm sitting back and I'm honestly telling them their job. I'm like, look, I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you I know this, I know that, I know this, I know that, I know the process. I know how to file briefs and all that. Motions,
Me
I
too,
do all that.
affidavits.
Right. So I'm telling her, like, with a whole month gone, I'm trying to figure out why don't neither one of you goofies got nothing to tell me about neither one of my sons. Y'all done had a whole month to be looking at this, looking at that, and you 2 goofy motherfuckers still can't tell me nothing about the case or nothing.
If your sons say they want their lawyer to speak to you, you have the right to know about the case, brother.
No. I got it now. Now I have that established now.
Okay.
The initial hearing, they was on some. Nah, the law said you can't go in the courtroom until
that's
the
crazy.
lawyer. And I'm like, what?
That's
this
crazy.
is child. She like, this is child court, and it's like family court. So the rules and regulations change. I said, well, I promise you, by the next time I see you, I will know all the new rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So today when I'm talking to him and I'm giving her all these different rules and regulations that you were speaking about, them saying you don't know nothing about what the fuck I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna tell me this is what they going by? But then when I get to questioning you about what you said, oh well, I'm not sure this. No, well,
I,
what the fuck
I've
you tell?
been
What
there,
the
bro.
fuck you tell me that for?
I've been there, bro.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it's like okay, I'll give it my son mother. So I was getting upset for shit. Get the fuck off my couch. Get the fuck off my couch. Yeah, my son mother, she keep trying to cut me off, and I'm like, excuse me for 1 second. Do you know anything about what the fuck I'm saying out my mouth? No. Do you know what the fuck they're saying out their mouth? No. So why the fuck you keep cutting me off? They're not for us. You can't tell. I'm sitting here arguing with them too. They're not for us. They're not for our sons. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to understand. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So do me a favor and just shut the fuck up and sit back and let me handle what the fuck I'm handling. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your motherfucking fault we're in this situation.
And if they didn't read
Bro,
them, if I heard you correctly, you said that they
they
didn't read
didn't
them.
they didn't get the memorandum rights. I'm
Yeah,
shit
and
still trying to figure out
So
how the
they
fuck is
have
even
not
doing this
been
that
stuff.
would have came up
Mirandaized
in the preliminary
because
hearing.
they could get thrown out. If
Yes,
they
that
were
would have
not
came up in the
Mirandized,
preliminary hearing.
that's
You need to try to
automatically boop,
before the
Later on,
grand
like
they were
jury,
never
you want to
informed
try
of
to
their
see if
rights.
you could get that to go because like if there's proof, like if they have body cam footage on and it shows that they didn't read the Miranda rights, the motion to dismiss. There's a motion the lawyer could put in to dismiss that.
and that's what I was trying to get done today. But this is the shit that's throwing me off because I'm like, when I first went in there, I know cause like now I'm arguing them because she was like, well, Mr. Wilkins, we represent him. I said, well, then I tell you what, this is how we're gonna do this. Ask either one of them a question about anything legal. Ask either one of them a question. Ask them what do they want you to do for them. How about that? I said, ask them. I'm standing right here. So she said, well, what? I said, you really gonna do this? You really gonna make yourself look stupid? You really gonna make yourself look stupid? He's 14 years old. He barely has a fucking education. He's 16. He goes to school, but he don't have no fucking legal advancements in
Right,
his brain or nothing. So what do you want them to tell you to do? Nothing.
right,
I
right.
said nothing. I said that's
I
why.
get you.
Like I said, what bothers me the most is, like I said, you will have to be a fucking idiot to sit here and tell me, you know what I'm saying, that these kids know about what the fuck they got themselves into. And that they're competent enough to make decisions that's going to play a major role in their life. So you tell me what the fuck you want even one of them to tell you to do.
Yeah,
I said, if they can't tell you nothing to do, I said, I looked at both of them. I said, I have y'all permission. They're like, yeah. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck to do. When you get back to your office, start reading them, start looking at the fucking tapes and have something for me by Monday. Have something to tell me by Monday, or both of you goofy bitches, I'm gonna fire y'all and I'm gonna report y'all to the bar association. I said,
and
because
they have the right to do that. Don't think just because it's a public defender that they don't have the right to fire him. Like if with the public defender you have to show cause, but like it's not much. Like if they're
no, no, no,
not,
no, no. Guess what? Guess what? I got railroaded by my first lawyer.
Public
I got look, tell
defender.
you what. I had a public defender. You know, I'm not just like my son, not knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm 17, about to turn 18. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, just go ahead, take the plea. La, la, la. And I'm like,
right,
why
right,
take a plea when I didn't do
right.
it? Oh, well, they're not gonna let the police, they're not gonna let us play the radio run and all this and all that. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? That's a part of the case. Or when a judge made a specific order. I said, oh, I get it. Oh, I'm the fall guy. I'm a fall guy right there.
Right.
Now check this out. This is what made me the fall guy. I was a corrupt cop's thousandth arrest.
Mm,
He was no, this is the wild shit. In both of my cases, I got 23 years for a bag of coke. Not even a quarter. Wasn't even a
Jesus.
quarter. It wasn't even a quarter. But this the wild thing. It wasn't mine. I'm walking around the block. I just parked my car. I'm walking around the block. The police see me. I'm walking across the street. They try and hit me with the car. Of course, you try to hit me with the fucking car, nigga. I'm getting the fuck up out of there.
Right.
I get like about a block and a half away. I stop running. I ran through the alley. Okay, I stopped running. They pulls up, throw me on the ground. Oh, we're gonna find what you had. Well, that's good. Go ahead. I hope you find what I had. They
But
gone
why
for
did they
probably
try
about.
to hit you with the car?
Yeah, they tried to hit me with the car. See, it's like this. If they can give a reason as if they can say you was running, then they don't have to
Right.
say let's chase
Yeah.
me. So if they don't make
Oh,
it known why you started running, then hey, a crime was afoot. See, this is what
Hmm.
the word. These are where the words come in at. See, like
Yeah.
the court system is. If you know the terminology, you have to know the correct words in which you use. Because see, while we use words, we're not using them correctly. See, that's why
Yeah.
you got to go
Um,
back to the original meaning of these
yeah.
words.
Regular words
Because
and words and legal words can be the
right,
same word but have two totally different meanings.
two totally different meanings. You know what I'm saying, and us thinking that well, this we was taught that this word means this. You're going to court and they'll be like, no, that word has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with that at all. It's a certain language in court that you must be able to speak. It's a,
Legalese.
right. It's a lingo. It's almost like a lingo. So the lawyers that go outside that lingo are the ones that be paid. The ones that stay within the lingo are the ones that's working within the system. How can I expect for you to want to defend me 100% if the people that's paying you, them saying, it's the ones that's trying to lock me up?
Hmm.
You do too good a job, they gonna get rid of you. So you got to do
Yeah.
your job. Your job. See, and I'm gonna tell you something. The court appointed lawyers is they're lawyers, but they're just the lowest of lawyers. They're the ones who didn't pay attention in school. They're the ones who graduated at the lowest part of the class. So
oh, I know that. I experienced with
Oh,
that.
let me tell you one thing real quick too. Also, if you like, I don't know if they have public defenders. Sorry for just assuming that, but if they did, and if you get a public defender dismissed from a case, that court can never assign you a public defender again either because it's a conflict of interest. They have to do an outside attorney.
yeah, they everything else after that becomes pro bono. That's how you get
Yeah.
free. That's how you get free. You can have the
Hmm.
biggest law firm that you want, pro bono. Mm. I had for my conspiracy case. I had Bond, Conti, and Noble, probably the best lawyers in Washington D.C. Hands down, hands down. The man, Conti, Mr. Conti told me from the very beginning, as soon as he read my case, they railroading you. I don't even got to see the evidence. They railroading you. He said, man, they got you got two cases. You got the same case in two different courts. They railroading you.
I trade money.
Yeah, he said, man, look, you once again, I hate to say this, but you the fall guy. He's like, you got something that they want, and you ain't trying to give it to them. So you're going down for a long time. They're gonna make an example out of you. Once I heard that, okay, I'm about to be in. My old head had already told me, man, when you go in, you gonna be in that motherfucker. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, all right. The everything came true. Everything came true. I'm in this motherfucker, so cut the world off, did my time, learned what I had to learn, and I came home. See,
Yeah.
Just say this before we get out of here, real quick. With all the heightened sensitivity with the youth and the crime, especially in the district, and they've been trying to make an example out of everybody. I think they're gonna be trying to railroad a lot of kids that's coming through because they got to make an example that what they're doing. Mayor Bowser, I mean, this is her last go around, but they got to make an example that they got to say that they are attacking the situation. And sometimes the good kids get caught up with the bad kids, unfortunately. Some kids know what they're out there purposely doing, and then some kids don't. They just out there, hanging with the boys. And unfortunately, when it comes to stuff like that, you just guilty by association. And that's how they look at it. They say, "Oh, you going down too? You didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Oh, but because you was there, you going down." You know, like I said, I just pray for the best for you and your boys, Unc. You know, and with them, look, sound like with you firing and cussing out attorneys, they're gonna be
I
with
just
the goofies.
if we don't
They're
fight
gonna
for
be
our
all right.
kids,
Right, man.
if we don't fight for our kids, man, no one will.
Right.
Right,
Like I said, at the end of
right.
the day, it's a system that says, man, right now the system is get them in as quick as you can. That way we can keep a hold on them for the rest of their goddamn life. It should not
Hmm.
be not one youngin walking around here that we don't know who he is and what he's doing and where he live at. That's how this is how our system is right now. Like I said, and I'm gonna tell you who I blame. Honestly, I'm gonna blame the dumb motherfucker who gave these youngins that nickname YN and all that stupid ass shit. I'm gonna blame so many of these old head motherfuckers out here that don't mean shit to nobody. I might have been one of them old heads at one time, but I swear, like I can't honestly believe that I've been a motherfucker that gave motherfucker bad information as far as like to do the right thing or whatever. Once you become an adult, you got your choice. But as children, we supposed to help raise these children, man. And it's bad that the only male figure that's around some of these youngins is an asshole, cold blooded clown that want to be a man that ain't got no type of man qualities. Like I said, it's the difference between a man and an adult male. It's definitely a difference. Like I said, I'm just today got me a little infuriated because it only takes you to see something happening to your child to know that it's happening to every other child down there.
Right.
And that's the part that hurts the most. Cause damn, you mean to tell me y'all motherfuckers ain't got no problem with fucking up all these families down here, and everybody's saying the same shit. Why is my son locked up? Why didn't y'all call me? Why I gotta wait 24 hours to find out that my son was locked up? This is the shit that they are destroying our kids, dog, and our life, our lifestyle, and our holiness. They are definitely destroying. Like I said, and I'm saying this to all y'all strong black single mothers. Y'all have to be harder on these kids. Because at the end of the day, they're taking the fact that y'all are saying it's gonna be okay and thinking it's gonna be okay, and it's really not. Y'all women have to be so much stronger right now because like I said, the man's not around for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Which means at the same time, if you wanna act like a man, you gotta treat that boy like a man. Cause it's hard as hell for a female to raise a boy into a man. This is the reason why we lose so many of our youngins and our men to the streets because you've been following a man that you didn't have in your household all these years, and he been teaching you nothing but bad shit. He been teaching you how to make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? And when you get older, you find yourself in prison with 100 years. Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Because it's shared faults. It's shared faults. Sometimes, sometimes as a man and a female, if y'all are together, y'all have to make a sacrifice, and that sacrifice means even whatever goes on, you have to keep in mind that these kids are learning from every mistake that we make and everything that's positive that we do. They're learning. And if
Okay.
if there's more negativity in the house than positivity, then we're gonna see a whole lot more of our kids locked the fuck up. And I'm gonna say something and before I end. This is shit that had me so fucking mad. Because I told my son, I said, this judge just now described all y'all fucking youngins. And this is the description he gave. Y'all don't get y'all way, so y'all have temper tantrums. Who
Oh, he
cares
talked
about
about
y'all
that
temper
today.
tantrums? Who cares about your temper tantrums? If you do what you're supposed to do, you wouldn't have a temper tantrum. And then it was funny because he was saying this to my son, and I said, man, He just described a whole little girl. What little boy goes to school, gets mad because he don't have his phone, and then pulls a temper tantrum? He described you as a little girl because that's what little girls do. He didn't describe. No, that's what little girls do. You ain't never heard of a fucking boy being described as having a temper tantrum. I said it's all little boys in here. He directly told you you're acting like a fucking little girl. He directly told you. He didn't tell nobody else. He told you you're acting like a little girl. And then he also said, guess what? And now I'm gonna give this to you in my words. Keep fucking up, and I got a spot for you, player. I'm not gonna play no games with you at all. Whether he's and this the shit, fuck man. Whether you beat this case or not, I can drag this shit on for as long as I want.
Are they
That right
locked
there.
up now?
Nah. They ain't out them now.
Oh,
No, it's like this was our second hearing, and for it to be the second hearing, like I said, it's all about money. All this shit is all about money.
But it
Because
really is because
yeah,
they
y'all
make
come in
bonds
there,
off it, man.
yeah, you come in there and repeat the same shit you said the first time. Everything except for it's a different judge. So y'all came in here and said the same stupid shit y'all said the first time. Just to prolong it again, I said, guess what, player? Because I called him yesterday. He missed this witch calm yesterday. He missed his curfew yesterday, but they didn't pull up on him. So I'm like, okay. I said, guess what, player? I want you, your mother, your brother. I want all y'all to understand one thing. This is the very last day. I said it's raining outside, so I'm a little mad, but I'm not mad. But this last day that I'm losing money fucking with y'all, all three of y'all, yeah, yeah, all three of y'all. And I said I'm gonna say this with all the humbleness my heart can muster. Fuck you, and fuck you. I'm not coming back down to stupid motherfucker losing no more money. So guess what? You want to miss curfew? Holla. Holla, I'm not sending you a motherfucking penny. I'm not playing no games when it comes to this shit. Cause like I said, at the end of the day, it's a lot of good fathers gotta fight these mothers to do what they supposed to do to take care of these boys. And then you say, oh, the father's not around, the father's not doing this, not doing that. You're not giving that father a chance to be a fucking father. Fuck whether y'all doing anything or anything. That's still his son. So if you gotta make this nigga come get his motherfucking son, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what you need to do. But all that, his father not around, well, find a way to get his fucking father around. That's how the fuck you do that. Find a fucking way. What's it do, man?
I feel you, man.
It's no, like I said, it's we have a lot in common when we've been through the system and we see how the system works. And then we see how the system is quick to try and take our kids and put them where we were. Like you trying to keep shit going. But like I said, my biggest problem is I respect. I res I'm giving my son's mother give my son's mother too much motherfucking respect when it comes to me disciplining my son. Mm. Like I'm one of them. Like if you do something right, okay, you ask for something, you get it. That don't mean you do something right. As soon as you get it, then you go out there and fuck up. Because I'm a nigga that I'll come and take whatever the fuck I gave you. If it's shoes, I will cut them bitches and rip them up and throw them right in the trash can. Fuck that money. I don't give a fuck about that money. I give a fuck about you. Like everything, like ever since I first had my son, you know what I'm saying, and my daughter, everything is about more responsibility and how I gotta teach them not to make the same mistakes I made and to teach them this is a cruel fucking world. This is a cruel world. And guess what? Guess who the cruelest person in this world is? It's you if you're not thinking right. If your mental, if you can't find a way to get your mental right every morning, then you're more detrimental to yourself than anybody on this planet. Yeah, like I said, I'm not like I said, I can't say all parents like this, but the fuck is it fucking snowing? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's snow.
Dog, hold on.
It's snowing, nigga. DC got the weirdest weather. They done hit the button. But shit, we ain't about to hang too long. Let's get our words in for I'll come back for another 20 minutes. I don't like to share the floor. I see he on fire today though. Yeah.
Goddamn, I thought I missed the whole show.
Nah, you took over the whole show. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
we was in here talking about something totally different, but I wanted to know what's up with nephew and them. They going through some bullshit. Hopefully they get through it. You know, they make things work. But I'm gonna share this last clip and get some good energy from everybody before we go out of here. Based on what you was talking about, I'm gonna share this clip on. These are present fathers. This just the different reaction kids give with moms and dad in the house. So you can imagine when pop's not around how things might go. And it's just naturally we all got different roles. But check this clip out.
Hazelnut flavor. Hey, boy, my woman.
You're sick.
No, I'm not.
You're sick.
No.
Lay down, be quiet.
Hey, what you doing?
Jim, sit down.
No.
Sit your ass down, man.
Sit down. Sit down.
Sit down.
Jackson, take off the VR. Jackson.
Jackson, take off the VR.
Sit down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Rise and shine. Come on.
Hey, get out, Jack. Let's go. Hurry up. Listen to your mom. Just get your butts moving. Go.
Hey, get down. Get down.
Get down. Now. Hazelnut flavor. Hey, boy, my woman.
Actually see it. That's the difference. I just think Pop's energy just been around and just naturally kids know. The same for us, you know, as a kid growing up, you hear that tone of that man voice, it seemed like it's gonna hit you different, you know. So I think it's good to have both there. You know, when a kid crying and they going through something, it's time for mom to step in when you don't know how to step in and get them there. So I think they did the nourish and we did the discipline. And that's all that's missing. You know, these kids will run over moms because moms, they love them. You know, mom just naturally love their kids, so they're not gonna take moms as serious. But when Pop step in the room, they be like, "Hold the hell up," you know. So before we get out of here, give them some good energy and get them a response on how y'all feel about that clip we just shared. We can start with you, Kool-Aid, ladies first.
I think the clip is it was hilarious. Yeah, dad's rule. And there is a difference. Huh?
Yeah, we here.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there is a difference between, you know, the mother's love and the father's love. You know, I think the fathers are a little bit more harder on kids, which is what they're supposed to be like, because like you said, they need that type of toughness to be able to respect the mother and the father and anybody else out in the world. So it's good to have that kind of father figure with your children in the household or without being in the household. You know, it don't even have to be a father. It can just be a male figure, period. I really never experienced that. So it was good to see that. And I enjoyed watching it because the fathers that I did have in the household, they were trying to discipline the child, but it was to the point where I hate to say it, but they were disciplining them in the wrong way. And I'm not going to disclose it because I just don't want to hear nothing. Oh, no. So it just wasn't the right way. You know, there's certain ways to discipline a child and then abuse. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, you know, and then I hate men that give rewards right after they did something. That's usually what the women do. You know what I mean? It's like Why would you discipline them and then, hey, here's a candy bar or something? So some kids don't take men seriously, but that clip was really cool. And I just didn't like the first one where the dude hit that little baby and said, hey, I know he was just tapping, but I didn't like that. But it was okay to
Yeah,
tell
your
him.
mom. That's what mom should not like it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't mind a man disciplining the women and screaming and stuff, but I don't like when a man comes and just smacks somebody in the head and you can hear their head pop and just smack, just for the fun
Nah,
of it
yeah,
and just for the
nah.
thrill. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like that.
But that
So I'll
kid hit
step
his
in.
mom. What should the pops do if the kid hit their mom in front of him? Should he pop the kid or just tell him don't hit mom?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, but it was just like it's so little. But
Yeah,
like I
he's
said,
too little. I couldn't have did it.
yeah, that was too little. But I think that was just something, that's good to start them off early. Hey, don't be hitting your mom. But like
Yeah.
I said, there's a difference between abuse and discipline. And if like I have a 6-year-old, so if someone came into my life and wanted to be the stepdad, I would let them parent my child or even my teens. But it's just I will actually back out and let a man do their jobs because sometimes women be in the middle of it and hey, don't do that, and then it's not going to work. You know what I mean? It's like, how are you, going over what they're saying, and then that's why the kid get confused and just run over both parents. So I think it's good to have a man in the house. I like that.
Yeah. Right. What's your thoughts on the trip? Then you had a bird or something over there. I was like, the hell was that?
Trying to get my mic off. I had my mic mute. There we go. Yeah, I agree with what Kool-Aid saying and what you saying. The mother tends to be more tender and caring, and the father, more disciplined and stuff like that. I don't, and I definitely think they both should be in the household because it's like yin and yang, that both energies work together to be able to cover all situations. And as long as things is peacefully, and I don't know, man. I'm still kind of really messed up about Unk's situation, man. That's crazy. But yeah, I think I think I like the video. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good, birthday boy. What was your thoughts? You talked about it a lot. Now you shared a
No,
video.
that's I agree. I agree with that video 10 billion times over because like I said, I believe that I'm not holding nothing against no mother. I don't want nobody to think I'm holding anything against any mother. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, y'all mothers go above and beyond. It should be like congratulated and celebrated every day. But like I said, the nourishment turns into enablement, and a father's when he's trying to come in and discipline the child, the mother uses her nourishment against the father. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why you had so many problems. The problems is coming because, like you said, a child listens for a mother's nourishment. He don't listen for a mother's discipline. Yelling and all that. "Ah!" Okay, all right. The child just all right. Oh, mommy yelling at me. You hurt the child's feelings. Don't nobody like for their mother to yell at them. But at the same time, the father ain't going back and forth. He said once or twice, and that's it. And it lasts for a long. It lasts for a lifetime. Every now and then you got to go back and go hard again, but it lasts for a lifetime. Like I say, I think it should. I think everybody needs a positive male role model. And if if the father's still alive, I think the mother and the father should make plans to like raise this child together. Don't just have the child not together, raise it together too.
That makes sense. I get what you're saying. A lot of times it don't work out with the moms and pops, and sometimes the kids stay with the dad, and the dad try to replace the mom with whoever get next. It's like, nah, if them kids acting up or you need to talk to mom, they need to call their real mother. Same thing with the kids with the mom. If a dude there, nah, they still got a father, call pops to discipline her. And I seen it work. I had plenty of friends who father didn't live in the house, but the minute their mother said, "Oh, you want me to call your father?" They be, "No, no, no,
Yeah.
and you be like, "Damn, like who the fuck is your father?" Like, and they be like, "Nah." Then I started to see their father come over, and things just changed. You know, I done seen friends act up in school. They the clown, you know, the class clown, and for some reason today they got their head down, they doing work. I'm like, what's going on? They found out their father looking through the glass. It's
Yeah.
like they don't be playing, you know. So even if the father not in the house, just his name and whatnot, that can actually, you know, help out a lot too. Same thing with mom. Yeah, we better get up out of here though, y'all. Who we want to start up with first? Who gonna give us some good energy before we go?
I'll go.
Let's go, Trip.
Yeah, man. If I could throw some positive energy toward Unc real quick, I just want to say, man, keep your head up. I know this is a tough time, but
Keep doing
go
that.
go at this with patience, man. And don't let them railroad them, and just let it play out. But make sure and do your research on it, and get them hearings, man. And even like the show cause hearing, that's a thing too that can happen after even the grand jury when they get indicted. And there's other motions you can do. So don't let them railroad a man, and make sure they're doing the right thing, and just keep your head up the best you can, and try to go at this level headed as you best you can, and keep the positive energy flowing, so your son can keep his energy flowing the positive best he can in this tough time. And I don't know, man, all y'all keep your head up, and yeah, much love, man.
Likewise, Uncle E.
Yeah. Our kids are our future. Our kids are our future. Let's not be selfish, and because let's not let our love endanger our kids. Like if our children are wrong, let them know they're wrong. Let them know why they're wrong. You know what I'm saying. As to discipline a child, that's your child. I can't say what discipline to your child is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what our history is. But me, I got my ass whooped. And now I can sit back and appreciate me getting my ass whooped. Because if I didn't get my ass whooped, I'd fuck around and be dead. So, our kids are our future. Let's protect them with everything we got.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
I don't know. Just spread love, be joyful, be kind to whoever you come across, and don't look down on nobody unless you're getting some head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Slide that one in. Yeah, you said that one in. I like that. Thank you.
On this good Thursday, Trey Money. I know you ain't want to be able to be with us.
Yeah, I don't know the hell to say today. I'm tired of shit. I don't know shit. Get up and do something each day, even if you're not going to work. Read something, learn something new. There's plenty of things to discover in this world. So, the day that you stop learning something new is the day that you're dead in my book. If you're not dead to yourself, you're dead to the world. If you're not, looking for more information or something new to discover. So, there's always something to unfold. Be careful about the information that you find. Look twice. Look for, different sources in the stuff that you find, and try to just, just try to live right. Try to navigate right.
Like that.
Yeah, you tired as hell. I don't even know what you said.
Well, good, because I came in here to read the flyers anyway. I ain't coming in for all that positive shit anyway, so that's good.
That money. I got big money. Appreciate everybody for tapping there. Y'all in the DMV area and it's snowing. The road's wet out there. Be safe, man.
Shit.
Look, yeah. Oh, man.
Get this goofy ass shit.
Oh, shit. Breaking news, y'all. On the Morning Max show. There's some goofy shit. What happened?
It's snowing like shit out there, man.
Yeah, it's snowing, man. It's snowing. So y'all be safe out there on the road, man. And
where are you at, Unc? Where that?
I'm in the house.
No, I mean, what area? Like, what state?
DMV.
Oh, it's snowing. Let me see if it's snowing in the Berg. Let me look out.
It's looking like Pittsburgh.
Nope.
The button. Yeah, they
It's
ain't
nice and sunny. No, it ain't snowing. Nope.
They ain't hit the button out there.
Maybe that's what I need to start doing, like following the weather, right? When they say it's gonna rain in DC and it's snow and it's not doing nothing in Maryland, I need to go out Maryland. Stay out there for the whole day to stop raining.
Yeah, you just gotta find the egg.
They need to stop playing this damn weather. You call for rain, you ain't say shit about snow.
Well, hopefully this all this noise around me and everything not taking over. All right. Mama's So Crazy comedy show and after party. This after party will be after 10, so those people that can make it past that time will be able to enjoy whatever festivities they got going on. I don't know if the DJs that they got on the ones and twos for that event will be all three of them will be there the whole time or what, but I know you got three people that's going to make it happen. So you got DJ B-Man, DJ Smooth, and DJ Dark. For information to contact them for any reason, you can look at that information down below, highlighted in purple. This is at 401 North Howard Street in Baltimore, Maryland. Doors for this event open at 7. The comedy show is from 8 to 10. And like I said, the 10 p.m. is the after party after that. This is on Saturday, May 9th. You got a few people in attendance. This is Xavier Morgan, Gwen Factor. Going to be hosted by Barbie Brooks, headlined by Susan the Duchess. And we got our very own Althea McFarlane in attendance. The Downtown Cultural Arts Center, $40 for the early bird special, $50 at the door, and they have lemon pepper, salmon, rice pilaf for their meal that comes with your ticket. This is the Quantico Gardens Comedy Kickoff. This is on March 21st. You got two different showtimes for this. So if you can't make one, you can make the other probably. This 5 to 7 is the first one. 9 to 11 is the second. This will be headlined by Miss Chocolate. She's been taking a lot of these flyers in as the headliner, so that's dope to see this year. You got a few people in attendance. You got it's gonna be hosted by Philip Page. If you don't know Philip Page, you'll see him on here if you do watch the show. He has Streetline and some other entities that help with community work and stuff like that. So you can reach out to him for personal information on that, as well as scanning the QR code for information regarding the event. You got Ronald B.C. Harris, Brian Birch, Althea McFarlane, Philip Page, and it's headlined by Miss Chocolate. This is at 3987 Richmond Highway in Stafford, Virginia. $25 tickets. There is no early bird. There is no late price. $25 all the way around. You can also reach out to 540-621-8017 for information on reservation. All right, this is comedian Howard G that will be hosting this. Is that Kiss My Bumper guy that everybody used to hear on the radio. March Madness comedy show and talent. You got comedy mixed with artists on here, so that's a nice combination that I would love to see. You got Venom and Verse, you got Toon and Megan Rashawn in terms of talent. In terms of comedy, you have Nana G, Ricky Bordax, Antonia L. Berry, Fly J Jizzle, our own Funny Man Green, Babyface and Devontae, and you got Miss Kiki. This is at Cafe 12. 5627 Regenstown Road in Baltimore, Maryland, on Saturday, March 21st, 2026. For this event, $25 tickets in advance, $30 at the door if there's a reason why you can't make it. I encourage you to save that $5 because, there is vendors and stuff on the premises and reasons to spend a little cash if you want to. This event is at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7. Food and drinks will be on the premises. You can reach out to Howard G on Cash App or 410-808-5805 for his Cash App information. Friday Night's Labs. Come on, Dave. I need you. Give me them names. I need them names on the flyer so I can be able to shout the people out. You see the talent there. I don't can't list their names off because I don't have it, but they will be at the Virginia Avenue Event Center on April 17th. The event for that, the time for that event will be 8 p.m., but the doors will open at 7, so you got time to take pictures, mingle and stuff, and see, get acquainted with whoever's at the comedy show, whether it be comedians, whether it be guests, or whatever. But you have DJ Blaze on the ones and twos is one thing that I see on here. Great DJ, kept the energy going. Love the venue space, so I encourage anybody who can get out there to ask David, reach out to Funny Man Green for information on this. But he's a part of the lineup. He has 4 others as well that I haven't seen. So fresh talent coming through. Tickets are $20 all the way around. There is no tickets in advance. There is no hold on one second. There's no tickets in advance. It's just $20 all the way around. 249 Virginia Avenue, Cumberland, Maryland. Thank you. Of course, bro. All right, y'all. This is Skit Happens. Not Shit Happens, but Skit Happens. This is a casting call. They're looking for improv actors, comedians, anybody who has anything they do online in terms of social media that they think is funny, that they think can, turn some numbers, do some new things. Even if you think you're bringing something new to the equation, that's okay. You can reach out to Blue Phoenix, the logo, or not the logo, but the caricature that you see all the way to the left with the glasses on, arms folded. She's about business. That's why her arms are probably folded. You can reach out to redvisioncinema@gmail.com for inquiries and information, as well as submitting whatever material you may have. The only thing that they ask is that you be from ages 17 and up. This is an open call. It will not close until all the positions are filled. So they will probably be going through the majority of this year looking for people of talent. So you could be the next person. You never know.
That's it. Catch y'all tomorrow, Freaky Friday.
That part.
Appreciate y'all tapping in with us. For y'all get out of there, make sure y'all hit that like, that share button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Catch y'all tomorrow, man.